We're back. We're back. Pull it up.
Oh, the chat on the phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
You have to hear this. So we took a picture. You guys didn't see it of the set. Lawton did. Posted on our chat. So Tom is not here. So we sent it to Tom. So Tom sees all this and responds, "I'm hard."
Oh my God.
Now, there was also something else on here that is not here now. We're not going to say what that is because you never know. But you can imagine. Anyway, Tom sees all that. He's, "I'm hard." And he goes, "Too forward."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Even when he's not here, he makes me laugh. All right, so anyway.
All right, we got it.
We're back.
Draft time, right?
We're back. It is.
We got our picks. I think some of these will probably be the same.
Listen. I am excited about this tomorrow. Look, before we get into this, let me just pull up my list here because I have one too here. Hold on a second. No, that's not what I want. Is that what I want? Yeah, hold on. Okay, so I have what I need here. Before we get started on this, so this is segment 3. This is our NFL mock draft. We are less than 24 hours away from the Tennessee Titans being on the clock here. So we're going to do the entire. We're going to give you our mock draft, the entire first round, and then we're going to see who picks what at the end of the day. Some of them are going to be similar, but you're going to be surprised by some others. And again, the draft is unpredictable. Beyond the first 4 or 5 picks, really, it's like, and then again, that's not even a guarantee because there have been guys that should have been drafted second, they got drafted 38th.
Sure, yeah.
Like fucking shit like that does happen.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's not, even the top 5 is not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. The number 1 this year is only a guarantee because the Titans basically announced it. If they hadn't announced it, you look at these people say this isn't a deep draft. I don't know if that's accurate. It's not deep at certain positions, but
it's deep at like defense and offense.
Defensive
line.
I mean?
Yeah.
Wide receiver, not first round, but beyond the first, there's a lot of good talent there. There's not a lot of first round talent, but there's a lot of talent after that. So it's deep. It's got numbers. People not even talking about the kid from Missouri who's like a 6'3" fucking track star, and he's a dual threat receiver running back. No one's even mentioning him. Okay, but you look at these top 3 here. If you don't have a particular need. You've got the Heisman Trophy winner who plays both ways. You've got a pass rusher who can literally wreck a game. And then you've got a quarterback who threw for whatever it was this year, 70% of his passes. They had 1 loss at the end of the year, and it wasn't because of him. This dude's he's mobile, he's got a strong arm, he's the prototypical quarterback in today's era.
Yes.
And you see like, all right, those 3 sound great. They are. And if you don't have a particular need, I don't know where you go.
Yeah.
What if you need all 3? I mean, or you don't need any of them? What do you do?
I think I have the place where I have them placed. I think it works, and it works for each of the team. I can make a point of that. You know what I mean?
But we're gonna go through them. So we're gonna start. Obviously, the obvious one. You would think the Tennessee Titans.
Number 1 overall.
They have announced this pick.
Yeah.
They've all but said, here it's him.
Yeah.
Everything tells us it's going to be Cam Ward. So I don't think we're.
That's definitely.
What are we going to throw in there that they don't? Because again,
seems to be the consensus. You know what I mean?
The Tennessee Titans don't have a quarterback.
I would be more surprised if they didn't take him.
They literally didn't even sign a veteran quarterback. Tennessee Titans don't.
We know what they're doing.
A quarterback. So this is a no-brainer there. Now after that, Cleveland kind of didn't one up the Titans, but they're saying they're taking Travis Hunter. They're saying that, and again,
that's leverage because they know New York wants him.
Well, they also know they signed Myles Garrett to an extension. They got a pass rusher. So, but a receiver like that who can dual threat like that.
Yeah. Is that who you got for number 2? Is Travis Hunter?
I have Cleveland too. Well, that's what everybody has. Cleveland's pretty much announced that.
So I think they're gonna do something different.
Okay.
I put Abdul Carter.
Okay.
Because they re-signed Myles Garrett, they got 2 edge rushers. They got them coming from both sides. And I thought, man, that. With the fact that they got a veteran quarterback there, right? They got Flacco, whatever, it's fine.
Flacco won a Super Bowl.
Right, but they got somebody there that's like...
He's not a slouch.
He doesn't have to be a sexy offense, right?
No, but he's not. He won't lose you a game.
Right.
He can win you.
I felt like the Travis Hunter pick wouldn't be necessary. They could just get Abdul Carter and...
You put
Now they don't know where they're rushing quarterbacks. And,
no, but you think about
that's
Nick
a division
Chubb
you need
and
that.
Amari Cooper, and then you drill. They have a potent offense.
Yeah, they're solid. I mean, they could be okay.
You grab Travis Hunter to that mix or add him to that mix, you got holy shit.
Well, yeah, Abdul Carter. I think Abdul Carter.
Not Abdul Carter. I'm talking Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Travis Hunter would be great too.
And he can play third down, cover.
Like you said, they can't really miss on this pick.
I'm saying, but given what Cleveland's saying, and I think they need a quarterback quite more than anything else. I personally think they should take either Jackson Dart or Shedeur Sanders.
Oh yeah. So I got them going.
I'm saying they're both.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The Travis Hunter to me is kind of a luxury for them.
They'll
make them better, but it's not like. They don't. Deshaun Watson's is the bust.
Cleveland could do the second, third round pick and get a Will Howard from Ohio State, in-state kid. You know what I mean?
From Alabama.
Yeah. I don't like Milroe though.
No, but a lot of people do.
But a lot of people do.
A lot of people do like.
And I understand why. Yeah. He's just not good in big games, and he proved it twice. So that's the tough part. But
he's also young.
He is. But some of these guys, man, coming out of Alabama, they were young too, man, but they were big. They were gamers. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I feel like Jalen Milroe is a really good quarterback, but he's just not a gamer. Like in that national championship game, he's not the guy that's going to get you the touchdown. He proved it a couple times. So that was the only thing that's disappointing about him. But would I take him in the third or fourth round? Absolutely.
Well, if you need a quarterback. Yeah, second round's not a bad place to pick him up.
It isn't. Or Will Howard, who just won a national championship with Ohio State.
If you're saying to me he's not a top 10 pick, okay.
Will Howard could learn under Joe Flacco. Watch that. I mean, that would be. I could see them doing that too. They're not going to take Will Howard in the first round, but like I said, I think we're still on the same thought there, though. Mm-hmm. I just think Travis Hunter in New York, they need a big star. He's a big star.
So you think Cleveland's taking who?
I think Cleveland's taking Abdul Carter.
So you're flipping it.
So they got double edge.
Okay, now here's where you're flipping it with what the consensus is here.
Yeah.
Which is that the Giants are not going to draft Shedeur Sanders. I don't know about that. Because here's the thing. The owner of this team is this close to exploding. Like he's fuming right now. And they don't have a quarterback. You could talk about Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston.
They got veterans. They got 2 years max.
These aren't your future.
No. Yeah, right.
So
short-term answers.
The only thing but then here's the question, because those guys are good enough to make you maybe mediocre, like 6 or 7, 8 wins, somewhere in there, maybe if everything breaks right, and that could happen. But and by the way, here's the problem: if that does happen, you're not going to be this high again to get a quarterback.
We'll be this high again, but they won't be this high.
They won't be. We'll be high.
We'll be high again.
We'll be high again.
Talking about something different. Anyway,
yeah.
So I guess 4 is where we got to start. Really,
you think they're taking?
I think Giants are going to take Travis Hunter.
Okay, I'm thinking they're going to take Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, you think they're going to take Shedeur? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I got a more sexy pick. I like my pick.
Well, this is a hope pick for me because honestly, I think Abdul Carter is the guy. Because he's the best player maybe in the draft.
And Shedeur's a big personality. He could fit well in New York.
But they need a quarterback.
Yeah.
More than they need a linebacker. Okay?
Oh, Cleveland?
Yeah.
Sure.
No. The Giants. The G-men right now.
Oh, yeah.
So, the
G-men. Do you think they need a quarterback?
Yeah. Abdul Carter is the best player available. So, the Giants, if they took him, I wouldn't be surprised. But the quarterback thing is kind of tough to ignore because he's not. If you pass on Shedeur Sanders now, I will guarantee the next time the Giants pick, both him, Jackson Dart won't be there.
No. I got
They'll both be gone. So now you're talking about the kid from Alabama, who I think could be good. You don't like him as much, and that's fine. Not everybody's sold on the kid.
Second or third round, though, I mean, of course, that's a no-brainer.
But the thing about here's the problem with the Giants. You have a coach and a GM whose jobs are on the line here. This has to work. You have to be better than 500, I think, to keep your job.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If they're 7,
that's a tough division right now too.
And they got the world champs in their division, and
Washington,
the team that beat
Dallas, who's always motivated to win.
The team they beat in the NFC Championship game is also in your division.
That's tough. It's
a tough division.
It's a tough job right now.
So the Giants can't miss on this.
They can't. Nope. All right. Number 4, your boys.
This one I think is predictable. Because at the end of the day, if you know who Mike Vrabel is as a player, who he was, and I know that's my team, them and the Celtics. I know them like you know the inside of your house. Mike Vrabel was a huge, huge part of the first half of the Patriot dynasty. He was one of those people. He wasn't just a glue guy. He also was a glue guy that had 12 and a half sacks in a season. Glue guys don't do that. This guy, he also caught touchdowns in the Super Bowl. He's a fucking linebacker. Okay? Mike Vrabel was the quintessential Patriot in so many ways. And for him to be here now and knowing the type of person he looks for, this lineman from LSU is it to a T. And the best part about it is people are saying, well, his arms are 3/10 of an inch too short. So
which lineman? Who are you talking about?
Will Campbell.
Oh, yeah, Will Campbell. That's what I got. Same.
LSU.
Yeah.
The best part about him is that people are saying this kid's going to be...
But he's O-line, which is perfect.
Left tackle.
It's perfect.
The second most important position on offense is the left tackle.
Because Drake May was running for his life last year. Get this guy some protection.
99% of the quarterbacks in the NFL are right-handed. The left tackle is the second most important position in the offense, behind the
right tackle.
It used to be
for the lefty quarterback.
It used to be the center, and then the receiver. No, it's now the center. It's not even center. It used to be the center, the quarterback, the center, and the running back. Now it's the quarterback, the left tackle, the wide receiver, and then the center.
Yeah,
it's changed.
So yeah, Will Campbell, we agree on that one. That's a no-brainer.
And for the people up there that are talking about 3/10 of an inch. Shut the fuck up.
So now I'm interested in number 5.
Well, this is.
You want me to go for this one?
You go first. Go ahead.
I like Jacksonville picking up Ashton Gianti. Is that how you say his last name?
The running back.
Yeah. And here's why. Because Travis Etienne, especially all the fantasy guys will know this, last year fell off, and there's something there that's not working. And to be able to get a guy like this, I mean,
I'll be very clear here to his point. 3 highest rated players, regardless of position in this draft, are Abdul Carter, Travis Hunter, and this kid are the top 3.
He's a beast. He's a monster.
So
running back.
If Jacksonville, now they have a lot of needs. That's fair. And I'm not saying running back is their biggest one, but this kid is a game changer. And when you have a chance to grab a game changer, and you're bad. You don't have enough of them to begin with.
Yeah.
So regardless of where the fucking kid plays, you'll find you have a chance to get a game changer. That's what he is.
Yep.
And the running back, Tom and I.
So we agree on that one.
Yeah, Tom and I talked about this on Sunday night, that the running back position last year in the NFL had a resurgent year. There were a lot of great performances. You talk about Saquon Barkley, obviously the big one, but
Montgomery and Gibbs in Detroit.
Montgomery, yeah, the 2 running backs in Detroit. Fucking what's his nuts? Travis Henry there, Derrick Henry for now Baltimore. 1,900. I mean, you fucking kidding me?
Out of his mind.
I mean, there was Alvin Kamara was healthy. Look at the fucking year he had. There was. I mean, you kidding me? There was a lot of.
He could have been like comeback player of the year.
He could have.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was big for him.
He could have. If what's his nuts didn't break all the record, fucking giants.
All right, we're going to number 6. Who are the Raiders taking? Who do you think?
If Shedeur Sanders is there, they're taking him.
You think they're taking him, even with Geno?
Yeah. I'll tell you why, because Tom Brady and him have a relationship.
I also have a Tom Brady relationship here, but I don't have Shedeur.
And Deion Sanders loves Tom Brady.
He does.
He called him as a personal favor to work with Shedeur to help him.
Yeah.
He knew that if one guy could help my son improve, it's Tom fucking Brady.
Yeah.
So if he's sitting there at 6.
You think the Raiders are taking him?
Yes,
all day?
they're taking him.
Okay.
Now, if he's not there, because here's the thing. Again, the Giants, I think there's a 50% chance they're taking this kid. Mm-hmm. If he's not there, then it's the best player available. Now, if you're the Raiders, to me, it's the fucking receiver from Arizona. Tatora McMillan, whatever his name is, McMillan. Tatora McMillan. This kid is a 6'4", runs a 4.3. He's a beast. Great hands, huge catch radius. If he's sitting there and like if Shedeur is not there, that's who I think they take.
So that guy, I got him falling in the draft to another spot. But
that's what.
At this point, I said they would take Mason Graham, the defensive lineman, because he went to school where? Michigan. Brady making decisions.
Brady making decisions.
Listen, Michigan's always been a team that focused on the trenches and running the football, and that's what the Raiders need. They need to figure out the run game, and you're not going to do that until you solidify the offensive line or the defensive line too. You got to be able to get pressure in that division where you got Kansas City, you got Denver,
Sure.
You got all those great teams in that division.
True.
Chargers, right, are in there. That's a tough. So I thought that was where Mason Graham would
Makes
land.
sense. No, that makes sense. Okay. That was 6, right?
We're on 6. Now we're on the Jets.
Hold on.
Jets.
So 6 was, yes, all right. So, yeah, the Jets. The Jets. The Jets. Their defense, personnel-wise, is stout. Their offense from a skill set,
well, they got great quarterback receivers and names at running back.
well,
but
I don't know. We don't know what Adams is going to do, if he's going to still be there or not.
yeah, true.
If he's
But
still
you got Garrett
there-
Wilson, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, if they're together, they're one of the
geez.
best. They're a top 3.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and then you got that fucking little running back behind him who's a stud when he's healthy. What's his nuts there? He's quick as a cat.
Breece Hall?
Breece Hall.
Yeah, Breece Hall.
I mean, they don't lack. The tight end is good. I mean, they don't.
That's Tyler Conklin?
Yeah,
Is that his name?
the Jets do not lack for talent,
No.
which is probably the funniest thing about them because they actually don't. The Patriots, how did the Patriots beat them? I'll never understand it. I'll never understand how the Pats beat them from a talent. No fucking way. No fucking way.
Who do you got going there?
So I have the Jets. Hold on, I have his name here. It's a lineman. I have them taking a lineman. Where is he? The kid Armand Membo.
That's
from
who I
Missouri.
got. That's who I got. That's
That's what I had them
great.
take.
Because I was like, oh gosh, Justin Fields needs a little bit of production.
The reason-
he does more like to sit in
Yeah.
the pocket. So I was like,
Yeah.
we need a guy that can.
The number one reason that Aaron Rodgers failed was his line. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, okay? Because he still numbers wise put up, and I can't stand this guy. You guys, it's long noted.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
in the history of this show. Okay.
Yeah.
But you think he's a hater?
Oh, you hate Rodgers like that? That's funny. I did not know that.
It's not even close. I mean, it's like,
I've never been a big fan.
So
either.
for me to
He's
sit
not
there
my
and
guy.
say to you that from a statistics perspective, he didn't have a bad year. He wasn't the reason they lost. Let's be honest. It wasn't his fault. So I'm being fair here.
Yeah.
If the Jets could get an offensive line, I can't see how they fail. The coach would have to be Matt Patricia. Put it that way.
Yeah.
That's who's the one guy who could fuck that up.
Good luck, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Good
So we
luck.
both agree with that guy. Okay. So next pick is
next one's Carolina. I'll do this. So I got Jalen Walker here,
Hmm.
linebacker. Defense obviously needs help. They were the worst defense in the league last season.
fucking terrible.
But I felt like, hey, Jalen Walker is a good selection. That'd be a no-brainer for them.
Oh, the linebacker from Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, no-brainer for them.
Oh, he's a good one.
He is good. And Carolina needs that. They just Bryce can't be there. He's not that bad. Like they keep having these top-tier quarterbacks and they try to get good free agents, but man, like Carolina just can't put it together. But they need an impact player on defense.
Jalen Walker makes sense to me. I was thinking defense. Him and the cornerback from fucking Michigan, actually.
Probably Will Johnson. Yep, I got him dropped a little bit further down. But
I had one of those two at that spot, so he kind of sold me on that one. Because if you're going to build a team, you build it from the line of scrimmage out. So you'd go linebacker first.
Yeah, on defense.
Defense. I don't know how bad Carolina's corners are. They're bad all over the place, but you need.
I think they need help on the defense.
In today's game, the middle level, in terms of defense, is the hardest and probably the most important thing to build because they got to be able to play run and pass.
Yep.
They have to. It's a different league now.
It's almost like you got to have guys like linebackers and edge rushers.
Linebackers
Like those are
and
the
edge rushers
guys.
are similar. Safeties have become the size of linebackers almost because you have to have still some big people to defend against the run. But most teams, when we were growing up, the base defense was a 4-3 or a 3.
Yep.
Now it's a nickel.
Right.
Base defense in the NFL now is a nickel.
That's wild.
That means one fucking linebacker. So that dude's got to be able to go end to end, sideline to sideline, on top of being a pass rusher and a run. He has to be all four.
Yeah.
Kid from Georgia fits the bill. He does.
Man.
That defense has been that defense for a while. He's a big reason why. So I agree on that one. Next pick or next team.
You want to go or you want me to go?
What's the team?
New Orleans.
Now, this is the what if thing. If Shedeur Sanders falls past 6, I think they'll take him at 9.
That's why I have Shedeur Sanders.
If he's not
I like him
there,
there. I
if
think
he's
it's
not
perfect.
there, I agree with you. He could be there. Jackson Dart, to me, is the guy. Because I think he's as good as Shedeur Sanders, and he played in a better conference. In fact, I think he might be better.
I got Jackson Dart going a little bit later. But he's
there.
definitely in there. I like Shedeur in New Orleans.
No, I'm saying if he falls, he won't get past them.
Yeah. Because David Carr with his shoulder issues.
I'm thinking the Giants are not going to fuck this up. They're going to take a quarterback because they need a quarterback.
Well, and you hope the Raiders don't fuck it up either.
Well, no, but the Raiders. Well, I don't know what Tom Brady's going to do. The Raiders have a lot of needs. Some people haven't taken a receiver. Some people haven't taken a defensive. If I'm the Raiders, if it's not quarterback, it's fucking D line. Their defense has sucked for so long. It's D line. You've been able to score. They can't stop anybody. Their defense is ranked 25 or more.
That's pretty bad.
Like fucking for 10 years running.
I mean, Carolina's is worse, and that's saying a lot, you know.
But the Raiders offset it because they can score.
So you like Shedeur there for sure, but if not Shedeur.
I like Jackson Dart.
Okay.
I can there at 9. 10.
Duh, Bears. I tell you what, Ben Johnson, you know what he likes a lot in his offense? Tight ends. I put Tyler Warren here. I think
you're reading my mind right now,
dude. No brainer. It's Ben Johnson. Like he was our offense coordinator in Detroit. I totally understand.
I would. If
he was a big Laporta fan.
Let me tell you how big a fan.
Why wouldn't you go get Tyler Warren? He's the number one tight end.
Let me tell you how big a fan I am of this kid. If the Patriots drafted him, I would not be upset.
Yeah.
At 4, because he's that. He'll make your offense that much better.
He's got like the Gronkish. Could he compete with Gronk?
A lot of him.
Yeah.
And he could be a potential. See, the thing is, there are 3 no-brainer play game changers. He might be if there's a 4th, it might be him.
Yeah. All right. We agree on that one. That's good. I like it.
It's funny you said that. I'm like, that motherfucker.
All right. You got go 11.
Oh, hold on.
For the
I dropped the
49ers.
Here's the funny thing about them. What don't they have?
But they need like everything.
Can they draft a head coach?
Because but I think
how do you fuck this
all
up?
These guys, there's so many guys in their squad that need to get re-signed.
Sit there and tell me.
Yeah.
In the last 5 years, the Niners shouldn't have at least gotten 1 Super Bowl.
They went to 2, right? They just didn't get it done. They went to 2, and
they blew fourth quarter leads in both of them.
I know. Yeah, they should have 1.
You're telling me they shouldn't have 1 Super Bowl in the last 5 years?
Yeah, no, they should have. Yeah.
What is their biggest need? I think it's a fucking psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's the tough part, man.
Between the years, I don't know what they fucking need. What do they lack? What do they really fucking
Debo's
lack?
gone, so a wide receiver.
Debo's injury prone.
But I went with a different way. I went with Michael Williams for the edge rusher. I know Nick Bosa's still there, right? But I kind of like this idea of having 2 edge rushers. But at the same time, Nick Bosa might be, they just got rid of his brother in San Diego. He shipped him to Buffalo. And I feel like San Francisco's got a lot of decisions to make. So Nick Bosa also gets hurt a lot. Right? So I just all right, maybe they grab a guy like Michael Williams and go from there.
See, I'm thinking San Francisco. I'm thinking the receiver from Texas, Matthew Golden.
Okay.
This motherfucker.
He's a beast.
He's a beast. Runs a sub 4.340.
And he would replace Debo.
He would replace Debo.
Now you want to hear something funny?
This kid is that dude.
The Dallas Cowboys got the next pick. I have Matthew Golden from Texas going there because.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because he's a Texas kid, and you pair him with CeeDee Lamb.
It's funny.
Or not CeeDee Lamb.
I have a receiver too. But it's not
him and CeeDee Lamb. Okay.
I have them taking Mika.
Oh yeah.
Igbuka,
I know, yeah.
From Ohio State. Have you not
yeah.
seen this fucking beast in a China shop?
Yeah, I got him later in this draft. But I still got him in the first round, but I got him a little bit later.
I think he's a better talent than the Texas kid. The Texas kid's just a little bit faster.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting the. But I think that kid's probably a better.
But you got Matthew Golden, and I got Isaiah Bond from Texas later too in the first round because we're both really good. So we're at 13. I'll take this one because this is the Fins.
Who? Oh, one of his 2 teams, America.
Okay, here's what we got to do. Protect Tua. So you're going to go offensive line.
You have to.
Kelvin Banks Jr.
Ooh, good.
That's what I put there.
Kelvin Banks.
You got to protect Tua. I mean,
I don't disagree.
If Tua's not there, you don't. Now, I'm not talking about Tua that goes out and gets injured and then comes back. Tua, I'm talking about Tua that's healthy, that plays the whole season. That usually looks pretty good. Look, Mike McDaniel's got to get a playoff win this year.
He needs to. He's on
or it's literally you got to fire him.
Yeah, they've got great running backs. Great
wide receiver. How do you not have one playoff win?
Jimmy, you went. Where'd you go with the offensive line?
Kelvin Banks Jr.
Okay, I went with Josh Simmons, the tackle out of Ohio State.
Yeah, so you were thinking the same thing.
Different guy.
Protect. Same thing.
Yeah, protect him.
Who is it? What's his name? Banks.
Well, the guy I was Josh Simmons, the tackle from Ohio State. That's who I would think.
Josh Simmons.
Simmons.
Do I
Offensive
not have
tackle, Ohio State's ranked third behind Campbell and Membu, who are both gone. To me,
No, I got Campbell going next. You talking about Jihad Campbell?
No, Will Campbell is the guy.
Oh, Will Campbell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Oh, I got him going. Yep. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So him and I picked Armando with the other team.
I don't have him in my first round. That's crazy. I can't believe I missed him.
He's
But
the third-ranked left tackle or offensive tackle on the board, and the Dolphins need to protect this man.
Yes. Well, and Tua's left-handed, so they really just need offensive right side. Yeah,
which is what he is. When you're lefty, it's the right side. Again, there's like 3 lefties in the league. Everyone else is fucking righty. So you don't hear about it. Oh, my God, you goddamn drink, America. This is not happening right now.
Jihad Campbell's going next from Alabama to Indianapolis. That's who I had for the linebacker.
Whoa, back up.
We did Miami already.
No. Indianapolis is the, 14?
Yeah, 14, yep.
14, hold on. All right, so you went linebacker.
Yep. I mean, I think a tight end's also good here for them, but I went with linebacker because I always feel like, defenses, if you can get a defensive player from Alabama, it's going to be you're likely going to end up in a positive
situation. I went
situation.
with the tight end from
Michigan?
Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because the offense, you can't have enough.
You know what? Did I have him?
You can't have enough playmakers.
Of course I didn't, because I'm a hater. That's
you're
why.
Such a hater.
Not all the way,
Why?
but definitely on Colston Loveland.
Why gotta be that way, man?
That's funny. But again, when I say a tight end would also be good here.
His name is Colston
Loveland. I know who it is. That's why.
This motherfucker, 6'6", 250. He's prototypical tight end. Gets north-south like a receiver, fucking runs away from coverage, crossers. In today's NFL, he's the prototypical tight end.
I mean, he knew every play that was coming at him a couple years ago.
He's a guy that he gets over.
We'll see.
You play his zone, he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. So he'll find the spot in the zone. He'll get open. He's that dude.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd not get drafted. He would make it very much further.
In there.
Oh no, you know what? I lied. I have him coming up. He just wasn't right there. Shamar Stewart, who's who I took next, and because Atlanta needs all the help they can get from anywhere. Shamar Stewart, is that his name, from A&M, Texas A&M? He's a edge rusher.
This is Atlanta.
Yeah, the Falcons. Yep.
Who did I go with? I went with Luther Burden III, the wide receiver out of Missouri. This dude.
Yeah, I thought about him too. I don't think
motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't have him. I don't have him in my. But he's like early second round.
No, this kid is first round talent.
I mean, according to my list, he would have been easily early.
He's a Swiss Army knife as a receiver. He can play running back. I watched Missouri move him all over the field. He did everything but play line. Okay.
And he does need a receiver. Michael
Yep.
Penis Jr.
Yeah, Penis needs a receiver, and this kid, he's got great hands, great route runner. He's fast. He's that dude. So I got them taking him. Next one, who's next?
The Arizona Cardinals.
The Arizona. What the fuck?
The Cardinals.
The Cardinals. I don't know. They seem to have a lot of weapons on offense. I don't get it. I'm guessing their biggest flaw is on defense.
Yep, that's where I went.
To me, I haven't said this guy's name yet, but the defensive tackle from Michigan, Mason Graham.
Oh, yeah. I had him, obviously, I had him at 6.
Yeah, I have him going there.
I had John Walker from Georgia. He's a linebacker.
Ooh.
And the reason I did was they need to get some pressure on those quarterbacks, because in that division, you've got, in Arizona, you've got Stafford right?
Yeah.
You've got Purdy. He's going to throw the football, and then I cannot think who's quarterback in Seattle. I know it's Drew Lock. I think it's Drew Lock.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got guys. That's always been a tough division, and they sling it. So
yeah.
I took Jalen Walker there.
Gotcha. The next one is
the Bengals.
Yeah, they look at. Here's the deal. Joe Burrow probably had the closest thing I've seen as a quarterback to a Tom Brady year.
Oh, Joe Burrow's the
when
main.
Brady was in his prime. 42 touchdowns, 8 picks, like fucking 4,500 yards. They were 9-8 because they had the worst fucking defense known to man. They scored, I think it was an NFL record, 5 games where they scored 35 points or more and lost all 5 of them. Mm-hmm. And they were 9-8. Think about this. If they win 2 of them, they're 11-6. If they win 3 of them, they're 12-5.
But what didn't they have?
The defense. Which is why I think they're taking the defensive tackle from Ole Miss, Walter Nolan. This motherfucker is an SEC.
What's his name?
Walter Nolan. It's Nolen. This motherfucker, 6'4", 296. This dude can.
We had the same idea on the defense. You had what does he do? He's a what is this?
He's a defensive tackle.
Oh yeah, I had defensive tackle. I had Derek Carmen from Oregon.
The thing about this kid is he can play tackle and end. You can move him around like the elephant position, like the Patches do with William McGinnis. He's like that dude, and he's from the SEC. He's a beast. He was a shark in an ocean.
Yeah.
Him.
Okay.
Fucking him.
I did Derek Harmon from Oregon, but another defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Seattle coming up next at 18.
What the hell are they doing?
Okay, so I noticed they only have one cornerback signed.
What the hell?
So I was like, they got to get secondary guy.
Can you tell me what the hell the Seahawks are doing?
Best guy.
They traded DK Metcalf.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They
got rid of Geno Smith.
What the hell? These 2 guys were...
They get rid of Lockett, too, right?
Yeah, Lockett's gone.
Did Lockett go to Green Bay?
I forget, but he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
This was not their problem. This was not the Seahawks' problem. Why did they treat it like it was their problem?
As Charles Barkley would say, terrible.
Terrible.
I got Nick, I think it's Manowari. He's I don't know.
He's a man of wary. He's wary.
Manowari. I can't remember writing, but that's what I got.
That man is wary of a man of wary.
You'll see it. Number 18
is...
That's what I picked. Nick Manowari.
Wait, what team is it? The Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
So
they need a
pick here. Hold on, wait. They need everything.
Gotta have.
What the fuck don't they need?
They need a lot, but I felt like they only have one
They
quarterback.
have one receiver. Who's the receiver? He's still good from Ohio State. What's his name?
Oh, they got Smith and Jigba.
He's good.
Jackson Smith.
Okay, they still got him.
Yeah.
That kid's basically.
And they got Kenny Walker running back.
Yeah, they're good there, but they lost. They lost. Fucking what's his nuts? They lost DK Metcalf. The fucking freak. That dude. The reason that offense was so because that dude was.
He's 6'3", 220.
He's
the same as the president of America.
He's bigger than the president.
Yeah.
And
but the president weighs.
Why I gotta ruin this segment? Why you gotta do that, man?
Oh, you gotta pick somebody for 18.
Yeah, I know, and you just broke me. Why are you bringing up that donkey with
that damn donkey?
That fucking Donald the donkey. Why?
Oh my gosh.
Like Chevy Chase. Why? 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 I don't know what to do now. Hold on. What team is it again?
It is the Seattle.
Okay.
Seahawks.
Hold on. I'm gonna make the pick.
Nick Amanawawi, is that how you say it? Nick Amanawawi. Pajemski, look at this guy.
Oh my God, that's squiggly.
The Dubs are getting beat down by 15. The Rockettes are up 72-57.
That's squiggly diggly. I call him squiggly diggly. He's from Villanova, I think. No, he's not. That's not
Pajemski or
Pajemski, Pascabby, whatever his name is. Paslouchy, Pascrubby. Scrub. The dude's a scrub. But somehow, you know why? Because he had Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and everybody else around him, so no one paid attention.
Yeah.
And now he's got Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Buckets, baby.
So no one's gonna pay even less?
Yeah.
They're gonna pay even less attention now. And I didn't think that was possible. So we're going Seattle here at what pick are they at? They're at 18. Yeah. 18. So they have a lot of needs. I'm going with Derek Harmon, the tackle from Oregon.
Okay.
He's from that neck of the woods.
Yeah, that man just had his. I was the pick before with him, so that's perfect. We're along the same line. I got Will Johnson going to Tampa Bay. That was the Michigan. I had him going a little later, but
that's all right.
Yeah, Will Johnson definitely.
Yeah. So next one, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now this team.
That's right, Will Johnson.
They made the playoff. They've been in the playoffs the last couple of years. I'll tell you, they have actually, it's not every day you lose the GOAT and the ship doesn't sink completely.
Mm-hmm. Baker's doing his thing.
Like it did New England. Baker Mayfield, and again, this is where Cleveland fucked up.
Yeah, I like Baker.
Cleveland Browns.
He's tough. Tough guy.
Yeah, he was a tough motherfucker, competitor. He's everything you want in a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And Cleveland gave him up. By the way, he won your only playoff game in the last 20 years on the road at Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they got rid of him.
Not a small feat. And because he played hurt.
Yeah.
That motherfucker. He plays hurt. Mm-hmm. What kind of an arrogant, self-centered, narcissistic prick plays hurt?
That's so terrible.
That's terrible.
You should be happy.
Surprised they didn't send him down the road naked.
I know. So who do you like in the spot for Tampa Bay?
Well, they are getting a little long in the tooth on offense. So, where is it? Oh, I had it pulled up. I just had the guy. Shit. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see here. Boom. Not him. He's gone. I have Jaden Higgins from Iowa State, the receiver.
Jaden
Higgins.
Okay.
Yeah, 6'4", 6'4", another big dude who caught 140 passes.
They're going to need a receiver. You know what I mean?
This kid is a big target.
Yeah.
Great hands. He caught 140 passes for over 2,100 yards and 15 touchdowns in his last 2 seasons.
It's pretty good.
Basically 1,000 yards a season and 7 touchdowns.
It's good.
With being double teamed.
Yeah,
he was
right. He's a monster.
70 catches. Okay, so this dude, and he's 6'4". I mean, him.
We're already up to pick 20, man.
Good, we're making
Denver. We're moving and grooving.
Denver Broncos had an elite defense.
Mm-hmm. They were decent.
They didn't lose, and look, the quarterback did well. Good year, rookie, make the playoffs.
Yeah, Bo Nix, absolutely.
Bo Nix had a hell of a. One could argue he had as good a rookie season as anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought Bo Nix was great.
He was great. So I don't know. They have some good receivers. Denver's problem doesn't seem to be there, but a tight end. Maybe a tight end. So I was looking there, and the thing is, the top 2 guys we already both had are gone. But the next guy on the list, actually, who I love, and I've seen this kid, I saw them play probably 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Elijah Araya from Miami.
Okay.
This dude, now he missed most of the last 2 years with injury, but then last year he got open. He played all 13 games, and he averaged 17 yards a catch.
That's pretty good.
That's a tight end.
That's pretty good.
Wide receivers don't do that.
Yeah.
Good ones don't do that. 17 yards a catch.
That's pretty good.
I mean, he gets open. He can run after the catch. The other thing, and he extends plays. And generally, he's not the easiest guy to tackle.
Right.
Meaning, what I mean by that is you can't hit him with one guy.
What was his name again?
Sorry.
I bet he's probably like.
It's Elijah Arroyo.
Yeah, Elijah
6'5",
Arroyo. Okay. Yep, I don't have him in here, but probably an early second round guy.
To me,
I saw his name on the list, but I just didn't pick him.
Cam Ward. One of the reasons Cam Ward was great was this guy.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
I had Omarion Hampton, the running back, because who's Denver's running back?
The lack of respect for the ACC is on full display right now.
But he is UNC, right?
No, he was Miami.
Omarion Hampton?
Yeah.
My guy?
No, not your guy. My guy.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, so he's more ACC. Yeah. But yeah, Omarion Hampton, I picked Denver for Denver just because they need a running back. So
that's a good pick. Yeah. I understand. Offense.
Yeah.
Both these guys are weapons.
Yeah,
Denver needs more weapons.
And you're right.
So whether you go... If you think it's running back, okay, I wouldn't disagree with you.
Yeah.
But this kid is a big target. He gets open after the catch. He literally he's like another receiver out there.
Yeah.
And he's an underrated run blocker. Tight end, to me, this is why I always laughed at Travis Kelce. He's not a tight end. He's a receiver playing tight end.
Sure.
Or tight end blocks. Rob Gronkowski is the best blocking tight end I've ever seen in my life.
Guy's a monster.
In my entire life, which is why he's the best, because I've also seen him make catches that a human being can't make. Yeah. I swear to God, if his hands had stickum on them, I wouldn't, because it didn't matter where he put it.
Yeah. He's catching it.
If he got his hand on it, if he got a paw on it, he caught it.
Skeeters, they're getting wild.
I never saw Rob Gronkowski drop a pass.
Man, that's awesome.
In 13 I never saw him drop a pass. If it hit him in the hands, he caught it.
Tom would have had his. Oh man, he'd been all over.
Rob Gronkowski, among his many talents, I think he missed a third of his games due to injury. This is the other thing. Travis Kelce's numbers, he still has one less Super Bowl, I might add. He's played more games by a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rob Gronkowski, he missed a third of his career.
He was injured all the time.
And he has like 10,000 yards and 100 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And him, Tom Brady, and Julian Edelman only lost one playoff game together.
Man.
One where they all started. One ever. Where they all played. So anyway, that's him. But
all right, moving on to Pittsburgh at 21.
Yeah.
So I got a guy on here that you've already called. Mm-hmm. You've already called him out.
Yeah, Jackson Dart.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I feel like it's perfect.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if they're going to get him, but if Jackson Dart could be there, I mean, I know Pittsburgh took a flyer on a quarterback and then they got rid of him a couple years ago. They did Kenny Pickett, the local kid, and it didn't work out. Then he just went to Philly and won a Super Bowl. So
yeah.
He was a backup. But anyway, so I feel like Pittsburgh needs to get a quarterback, and Jackson Dart might be their guy, long term.
I think Dart, if he was there, is the pick, but I already have him going earlier. But I agree, it's quarterback. This one to me, I think it's, and no one's talking about this kid, but he just won a national title. Will Howard from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm. They take him.
This motherfucker can play.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, it is, and I don't think Mac Jones got enough credit for this at Alabama, but it's one thing to have a lot of talent around you. It's another thing to be able to take maximum fucking advantage of it. Mm-hmm. And Mac Jones, his numbers as senior at Alabama are off the fucking charts.
Off the charts.
This dude is very similar.
Yeah.
Very similar. And he's a little more athletic than Mac Jones is. And I can't believe that wherever he goes, they're going to hire Matt Patricia to destroy him after he makes the Pro Bowl as a rookie, which is what Mac Jones did. Everybody forgets that.
Yep.
With no weapons, I might add. So, to me, this kid, Pittsburgh, he's in that area. He's in Ohio. They're right down. They've seen this kid. They know this kid. Mm-hmm. If they go quarterback, it's him. I think it's him.
All right.
So that's 20 or 21?
Yeah, 21. Now we're at 22, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Fighting Harbaughs.
Can you draft a pair of nuts?
Huh?
Can you draft a pair of nuts?
You could.
Because I think the entire squad could use a pair of nuts.
Oh, the Chargers? Yeah.
They are such frauds.
Now
they're like one of the ultimate teases.
Because he coached him, this is where I had Colston Loveland ending up to be Herbert's.
You could be right.
Yeah, that's where I thought he just fit better there, but we'll see what people do. But
I think that
how they draft
to your point, the Chargers. Because Keenan Allen got long on the tooth and he's gone now, and they need weapons.
Yeah, they do.
I don't know who's the running back again.
It's not Eckler anymore. He's in Washington.
Gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh my God! Why can't I think of the running back in San Diego or LA? I always call it San Diego. Oh my God! It's gonna bug me.
It's gonna bug us all.
Yeah, let's look it up.
Look it up. God,
look it up.
Damn it.
Oh my God! There's probably somebody watching right now going, "Damn it! It's this guy."
These idiots don't know anything.
I'm gonna be like, "Oh my God!"
These idiots are stoned.
Najee Harris is there now.
Where? He left Pittsburgh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Hassan Haskins. I remember him.
Holy fuck. Najee Harris is now a Charger?
Yeah.
Well, fuck me running.
Yep. So that'll be good. That'll be good.
Okay, well then.
So they get a tight end. I felt like that'd be awesome.
I've got the receiver from Ole Miss, Trey Harris.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that'd be good. Anything that give Herbert a target, right?
The kid's 6'2". He's 205, prototypical height. He caught 114 passes for over 2,000 yards and 15 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons. So basically 1,000 yards, 7 catches, 7 touchdowns, and 114. That's what? How many catches is that? Jesus, 60-something? So he has average, too. So he's a deep threat, too. To me, Ohio State, or rather, you're either going Ohio State, Notre Dame, or the SEC. That's where your talent's coming from. This kid's from Ole Miss. Jackson Dart's #1 target. So I like him at 22. What's next?
Got Green Bay. So I got, this is where I got McMillan, the receiver, going.
Oh.
And I said just because the Packers are gosh darn lucky on so many things, like that would be something that would happen for them, is that this guy would fall there. The guy from Arizona.
That's interesting. I guess my question is, do the Packers? Because I was thinking, I think their offense doesn't lack weapons. They can't even stay.
All
healthy.
they have is Christian.
The two receivers are really good.
Yeah,
and the running backs are good.
Yeah, they got Josh Jacobs as running back.
Yeah.
I can't think of Christian's last name, but anyway. But I feel like they could use another weapon, or another weapon would fall to them like that.
I think they need to shut down corner. I think the kid from Michigan is that corner. So I'm going with Will Johnson.
Will Johnson.
6'2", 205. Big motherfucking shutdown corner.
Yep. See, I had him a little bit earlier, but I like him. That's good.
Yeah, I like him. So next, this is my turn. Hold on. So we were at 23. No, 24 now.
24
The Vikings. I don't understand the Vikings.
Oh, Seattle. I forgot. Drew Lock's there, but so is...
the Vikings, motherfucker.
Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's there.
Sam Darnold is still there, right? Or did he leave?
No, J.J. McCarthy's starting now.
Look, that kid's a winner. He won a national title at Michigan.
Yeah. He knew all the plays going in, so it's super easy for him.
They might have the best receiver in the league.
Just yeah.
So, I mean, if he's not one, he's 1A.
Mm-hmm.
So
You're right. Him and Jamar Chase, right?
Him and Jamar Chase, to me, are 1 and 1A. So, to me, you brought in, or you're going to go with this quarterback from Michigan, who was a winner, I might add. The tight end they have a good tight end, so it's not him.
They got Hawkinson. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good. To me, they're going to go with one of the running backs from Ohio State. It's going to be Travion Henderson. This kid's fucking a beast. He averaged 7.1 yards a carry.
They do need a running back.
He averaged 7.1 yards a carry for Ohio State.
But he's real good.
He's 5'10", 202. He's pretty.
I felt like the offense was set here, so I went with Malachi Starks from Georgia.
Makes sense.
The safety.
Yeah.
I felt like, dude, that offense is so good that just focus on defense.
Yeah. No, I agree. I understand.
Texans are next.
You know, what happened to them?
I know they just kind of fell off.
Was this all because when Stephon
Sophomore
Diggs
slump
before he got hurt? Before Diggs got hurt, like he was on pace to be top 3 receiver in the league and all this shit, and then he got hurt in week 8, and they never recovered.
Nope.
He's gone now.
Diggs is gone.
He got hurt, so they let him go. So I don't know. Their defense was solid. They had a lot of weaknesses there. So to me, I went wide receiver. Where was it? Hold on, I had it pulled up here. Wide receiver.
Wide receiver.
Yeah. So I had them taking Jalen Knoll from Iowa State.
Okay.
He's one of those slot guys. He runs a 4.3. He's quick.
Okay.
Can track the deep ball, and he also tempos his routes. He accelerates out of the breaks. This is the big thing. So he runs open basically. Once he makes his break, if he has a step on you, you ain't catching him.
Yeah.
You're not catching him. So he runs a good route runner. So to me, while he's small, he's shifty. He's the guy you put in the slot and you move him around. You get him in space one-on-one. And you just throw bubble screens and shit like that, and he makes plays after the catch. Because that's who he is. And they need a guy like that. He's a scat back. And 4.3 is a 4.3. Can't understand that.
Yeah, no, I get that.
4.3 in the slot is like, to me, the equivalent of running 4.2 on the outside. Because the guy who can change direction quickly is usually those small little, this is that dude. I know. Troy Brown, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman. He's that dude.
Here I took Tyler Booker from Alabama, the offensive lineman, because I felt like
good call.
Not a problem. Let's keep protecting CJ.
Yeah.
But receiver's not a bad idea either.
Yeah. No, I see the line too.
Especially with Diggs gone.
Yeah. How bad was their line? I mean,
Mixon had a pretty good year at running back.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, the quarterback didn't get killed.
No, it wasn't terrible. And CJ can move.
Yeah, he's mobile.
He's very mobile.
He's a dual threat.
Yep.
Rams, 26. Yeah, they were one play from beating the Eagles in the snow. I mean, they were close. I mean, a lot closer than the Chiefs got, I can tell you that right now, Vince.
Yeah, man.
Holy shit.
And their running game's good.
Talk about getting bent over. I mean,
their running game, Kyrie.
They got the running back, the receivers. They got what's his name, Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
They lost Cooper Kupp.
Yep, he's in Seattle now.
Yeah. So who's that next guy? Do they have that next guy?
Yep.
To me, their defense was. They need a guy. They don't have a guy on defense. Like, meaning a guy you build your defense around. So, to me, I went with defensive tackle on this one. And the guy I had, hold on a second, was Shemar Turner, who's a defensive tackle from Texas A&M, 6'3", 290.
Yep, I had him earlier.
Yeah, motherfucker is he's a game changer.
Very good against the run. Yeah,
big and fast, big, mean. And
I like the running game a lot. I like Stafford. Stafford's still doing his thing. So I went offensive line, offensive tackle, Josh Connolly Jr. Jr.
There's always a Connolly.
From Oregon.
On the offensive
I felt like at 26, that's a great get for them.
He's the second best lineman on the board.
Yeah, that's a great get for them.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. The kid's a stud. So moving on, 27. 27 is, where are they? This is the Baltimore Ravens. Talk about choking the chicken.
Man.
The Baltimore Ravens have squandered 2 Super Bowls.
Man, I know. They got to get Lamar one.
They find more ways to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're... there's no way this team shouldn't have been playing the Eagles in the Super Bowl. And having a chance to win it, because
that would have been a damn good Super Bowl.
Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, I have never seen a backfield like this in the history of football.
Mm-hmm.
And it was their all-world tight end, because they lack for talent. It was their all-world tight end who dropped 2 that hit him right in the flag. He fumbles 1, and he doesn't protect it. And then he drops one that actually, after it goes through it lands on his belly, and he still can't hold on to it. I mean, they find more ways to lose.
Yeah.
I don't know where to go with this one, because they're as talented as anybody in the damn league.
I went defensive line.
When in doubt, go with the line.
I know John went to our Michigan too, so I got Kenneth Grant coming from Michigan around the D line.
Yeah. I
felt like that was a good pick and a good get at 27. Absolutely. I mean, we're like it's the late first round.
Yep.
That's where I went.
Yeah, I went linebacker. I went Shaheed Campbell, Arizona, 6'3", 235. This dude's fast. I mean, runs a 4.5. He's a linebacker.
Yeah, I had him just a little bit earlier.
I mean,
I had him going to Indianapolis. That was that one.
He will fit right in with the Baltimore defense.
Oh, yeah, he sure will.
Because I guess, see, this is the thing. Baltimore doesn't lack for anything on offense. They don't. The tight end, the receivers now, the running back, they don't lack. Their offense should be like Detroit's. Mm-hmm. They've got everything. How the fuck, including a good offensive line, how the fuck?
Right.
They don't average 35 a game in their sleep. I don't get it.
Speaking of pick 28, those Lions.
Well, you have to make the first call.
They
were banged up. Hold on, let's little recap here. Yeah. This, to me, was the best team in football until they got hurt.
Yeah. Defensively, they're
they still got, but then they left. They loafied. They had a loafie in the divisional round at home.
They did.
They loafed themselves. And they put up 31 points, and they still loafed themselves.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're going to look, you always lose people. They've lost both coordinators. I mean,
they've lost a lot.
But they didn't lose any skill position players on offense. So to me, I think defense is where, if I'm going anywhere with them, it's defense. I don't know what you chose.
I got inside intel. So, J-Mo, they got him on the trade block right now. Jameson Williams, 1,000-yard season. Wide receiver.
What?
He's had a lot of off-field issues, man. And
really,
this is year 5. He has to pick up his contract.
Oh no!
So the Lions are looking to trade him. So I chose.
What they haven't yet.
Emeka Egbuka here. Replace him Ohio State to Ohio State. I thought that was a no-brainer.
I have him going early
because Emeka. I know you do, but Emeka could step right in, and that's easy. Easy.
Motherfucker just has NFL written on his chest.
Yeah, I know. He's so good.
He's a pro.
Yeah.
He's just another fucking... Ohio State produces receivers like you read about all of a sudden.
Oh, my God.
The last 4 or 5 years have been disgusting. And this kid is going to just add to the fucking list. I already have him gone, so I can't.
Yeah. So you were going probably defense here, probably corner or safety.
I was going corner, and I was going with the kid from Texas, Jahadi Barron.
Okay.
Who's 5'11", 194. Runs a 4.4. He's big. In terms of he's like about 200 pounds around there. So he's a physical corner who's fast.
Yep. And, I like it.
To me, I don't know. He's projected. I mean, he's the second or third. Where is he? He's the number 3 rated corner on the board. which I think is a good quarterback class, by the way. That is headed by Travis Hunter. You've heard of him, right? The Heisman Trophy winner. Anyway, what was the next one?
Washington.
Now, listen, I am happy for all of you. This fan base needed this. I think we can all agree. And he's not from here. I'm not from here. But when you come down here and you look at what I always call them Redskins. I don't give a
I always call them Redskins too.
The Redskins. This is the dumbest thing.
And in Virginia, just so you know, everybody calls them Redskins.
Everybody calls them Redskins. And by the way, the guy they used his head as the fucking symbol, they went to his tribe and they're pissed they took it down.
Yeah, I know.
Because no one fucking asked them. What the fuck would they know?
Right.
They only fucking lived with the guy.
I know. He's like, I don't know what they did.
You know what? These people, they must really be offended. We're not going to talk to any of them, but I'm going to just go on a hunch that they're really offended.
The football team
really?
was pretty good nickname, though.
Yeah,
that was the snarky, smug.
The Hogs, Riggo, fucking Art Monk, Darryl Green. They've had that organization.
Man in the NFL, man. He
has
was so
a history.
Fast.
And you fucking donkeys. This is why I get on Tom about woke. This is where it goes too far. Are you fucking kidding me, man?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Are you fucking? They were honored.
Yeah.
That they did that.
It's like the Seminoles in Florida State.
The Seminoles is a great name. It's not a nod. Where the fuck?
Yeah.
Just idiocy. And it's funny. You want to know why these fucking Trumpicans are fucking shit like this?
Yeah.
It's like, this is so dumb. I can't even defend it. But the bottom line is, they need defense.
Okay.
They need defense. I mean, they've got a running back. The quarterback's all world. They got the number one. McLaren's a stud.
Man, he sure is. Ohio State guy.
Fucking stud.
Yeah.
Another one. Oh, what a fucking surprise.
Receiver
He's a
you.
guy. Receiver you. I mean, to me, though, they gave up a lot of points. They need defense. So I'm not sure where they were in terms of their defensive line. So when in doubt, you go linebacker. And I'm with the kid from the West Coast. Carson Swashinger, linebacker, UCLA, 6'3". He's got the hair like a surfer.
Love it.
Yeah. You know those white dudes with the veins? They tell me to be really maniac tacklers. Like, if the ball's in their area.
AJ Hawk used to be.
Yeah. If they're the Jeff, what's his name, Green from the Carolina back in the day, Kevin Green, that nut job.
Kevin Green,
Nut jobs, all of them.
Yeah,
fucking
absolutely.
Nut jobs. Back in the day, Romanowski from nut jobs.
Oh, yeah.
All of them. Fucking nut jobs. And so this dude falls in line with that. He could be potentially one of those guys you build your defense around. I'm just saying.
I took Travion Henderson here because I like Eckler.
Yeah.
And Travion was used to splitting time at Ohio State, so I think he would be good with that. And then Antonio, who's their backup running back? I can't think of his name.
Oh, for
Washington.
Yeah, he's good.
He's good. He's solid.
what the fuck
but
is
he's been around a long time. So I felt like that could be a.
Is it Eckler?
No, Eckler's the starter.
He went where? He's the starter.
He is the starter. Yeah. So anyway, Travion
Eckler's great with him. Those two are.
They are a great combo. Antonio Gibson, that's his name. Antonio Gibson. Yeah. So if I just felt like, man, to get Travion Henderson at this spot was good. So anyway,
listen, Carson Swashinger is my marijuana pick. He is. Look at that dude.
And for Buffalo, the next one?
That's the one I'm just talking about right now. He looks like that dude gets stoned.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Like Spicoli. Oh, yeah, he does.
This is an interesting one for Buffalo.
Well, this is another one. When the fuck are these guys going to kick the door down?
I know. They're like the Baltimore Ravens. Look.
Who finds more ways to lose, the Ravens or the Bills?
They've got 2 edge rushers that are on 6-game suspensions, so that's why I picked edge. I picked the James Pierce from Tennessee.
When in doubt, go interior line.
Yeah.
They got a stud running back. They got receivers. Allen had a hell of a year. How the fuck does this team? I think it's the coach, quite honestly.
I don't know what happened, man. He just can't close,
They
man.
cannot close.
That sucks.
They have I don't know what the fuck they're missing. I mean, they even had the feel-good story of the kid who got hurt, the defensive back, and he came back. They even had the feels going, the feelies, the heebie-jeebies, and the woman fuzzies, not the heebie-jeebies. The heebie-jeebies are different. I don't know about the woman fuzzies. They had the woman fuzzy story going on.
Yeah.
They did, and they found a way to fuck that up. So I don't know what the hell they need. You went where, defense?
I did edge rusher, James Pierce, Tennessee, for Buffalo. Yep.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Actually, that's who I have. Holy fuck.
Oh, that's awesome.
Are you looking at my board?
No, I swear to God, I just wrote it down. I was like, 31, Kansas City, rich get richer. I like.
I don't even want to make this pick. I hate this team so much. I'm so glad they got bent over in the Super Bowl. Just bent over.
I have a guy that dropped really far because he was really high up early on, but I feel like this would be just a perfect like step in and excel role.
And that would be
wide receiver from Texas, Isaiah Bond.
I wanted the wide receiver from Texas from TCU.
Hopkins is gone, right, DeAndre?
Yep.
You get a young guy like that, and Isaiah Bond was a beast at Texas.
I've got the wide receiver.
From TCU?
From TCU, Jack back. 6'1", 214. This dude has hands.
Yeah.
I mean, he's another one that I don't know if I saw him drop a pass.
Man, that's
now,
great.
I saw 5 of I didn't see the whole season. I saw 5 games. But that dude, Mitz Malone. Mitz Malone. He's a great route runner, too, by the way. And he is a receiver who will block.
Man, and that's important.
Yeah, well,
that's a true tight end.
I'll tell you why that gets, because part of having a successful running game is if your perimeter players block downfield. If you have a good running back, he's probably going to make the first guy miss. Having one guy downfield that will take out a corner or a safety, oh my God, that's where those 60-yard runs happen.
Yeah.
Because you never see it. You know when you see it? You see the foot of the guy, his feet, because he's diving and taking out a safety, but you don't see the number on the package. You only see from his ass down. Like, oh, great, no, there he goes again. Look at that block. You can't see the fucking block because you're focused on the running back running 100 miles an hour. But then there's people, his body's flying, and the asses and the legs, those are the guys we're talking about.
Right.
This is one of those dudes.
Warriors trying to go on a run. They're still down by 15.
See, that there is a breakdown.
Yeah, it was a breakdown.
That's who Kansas City.
We're on the last one, Philly.
All right. Well, the rich get richer here. Now, they did lose some defensive players.
Yep.
So I went defensive tackle here. I just had him up. God damn it. Where is he? I have Kenneth Grant from Michigan.
Okay. I did Mason Taylor, the tight end from LSU. Shout out to Jason Taylor.
Graham is a 6'4" behemoth.
That's dad.
6'4", 331.
Fine ass Joy Taylor. That's
We're talking, and I know you don't like Michigan, but this motherfucker.
No, he's legit. I had him going with Harbaugh over there in Baltimore.
This is a big. I think the word we're looking for, America, is stout.
Stout offensive lineman, defensive.
No, defensive tackle.
Yeah, defensive tackle. Just a trench guy.
He is a run stuffer and a pass rusher.
Well, that's good, man. We did it almost in under an hour.
Not quite. Not quite.
We're running a little late tonight.
Well, but we had to.
We had to.
I mean, we had the game on. I mean, we had to do.
Now we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Now we'll see.
But listen, we will return Saturday night. And Saturday night, we will have, obviously updated NBA playoffs. Mm-hmm. We'll see what's going on between now and the Lakers and the Wolves are going to dance again. We'll see what happens there. Celtics, we'll see if Jason Tatum comes back or the two are cushioning. They say, fuck it, and they sit him a second game just to be sure.
Yeah.
Because if they get one, they win it in 5. And that's okay. I get it. He's hurt. Maybe you sit him for game 3 so you know he can go in game 4 and you get that one and you hit it in 5. I don't know what the Celtics are playing with. They've got some room here, wiggle room. So we'll see what happens, but we will also regale you with them. And we'll give you some updated baseball. Red Sox, Tigers. Who's your baseball team? Tigers. Okay.
Not doing too bad.
We'll give you Tigers, Red Sox updates where they are right now. Red Sox lost 8-5 tonight, so they were on a streak. They're now 14-12. Where are the Tigers right now? They were 13-9, I think, coming into today. They're pretty good.
Yeah, Tigers are 10 and I know they're 10-3 at home. I can't remember what they're at. Where they're at. Maybe 17 and.
I think they were 13-9 coming into today.
13-9.
Red Sox were 14-11.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. So they're probably 14-9 now.
They're 14-9 if they won. So we'll keep you. We will post you on the weekend series with that as well coming up, and also we will update the coming NFL draft heading into day 4. We'll give you the first 3 round or 4 rounds. I think they do one. They do 1 round tomorrow, 1 round Friday.
And then everything else on the weekend.
3, 4, 5 on Saturday and 6, 7.
6 and 7 on Sunday.
Is that what they do?
Mr. Irrelevant, yeah.
Fucking crazy.
I'll be around on Sunday.
By the way, Mr. Irrelevant was once upon a time number 199 from a place called Michigan.
He was.
Who now has 7 rings.
Well, he wasn't Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick of the draft, but he was drafted in the 6th round.
The Brady 6, they call them. The 6 quarterbacks taken ahead of Tom Brady. Or we can go the 198 idiots that passed on him, which would be everyone, including the New England Patriots, 6 times.
Man, that's crazy.
So, Dick Rabine is the guy. He's dead. God rest his soul. He's the one who talked Bill Belichick into signing him because they had just signed Bledsoe to the largest contract in NFL history.
Yeah.
And he was coming off his third Pro Bowl, so why wouldn't you?
Right.
Dick Rayburn, the silent hero of the Patriot dynasty. Anyway, you guys enjoy Thirsty Thursday and Freestyle Friday. We will see you on Slug 'em Down Saturday, and we will slug 'em down. So for the highly questionable one, he is not questionable. I am right now. That is the Law Dog. I am the highly questionable one. The redoubtable one. We better have a story.
We'll have one.
Better have a story. You know, deal, boys and girls.